So guys, in today's lesson, we are learning about the vectors, and in vectors, we are going to learn about 3D coordinates. And in 3D coordinates, we are dealing with Cartesian coordinates, Cartesian coordinate axis. So if this is our x-axis, okay, and this is our y-axis, and this is our z-axis, okay, and all x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, they are making right angle here with each other. So between x and y there is a right angle, between z and y there is a right angle, okay. All three coordinates, they are making 90-degree angles, okay. Now we know if there is a point x1 y1 and there is a point x2 y2, and you need to find the distance formula, okay. If there's a distance between these 2 points is d, and you need to find distance formula of point A and point B. So it is given by x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, okay. So similarly, when 3 dimensions coordinates are given, okay, so then we are dealing with x, y and z rather than dealing with x and y in 2D. So we are dealing with x, y and z, okay. So if we need to find distance of these points x, y, z from origin, so O is the origin, so in terms of x, y, z, x will be 0, y will be 0 and z will be 0, okay. And there is a point here P whose coordinates are x, y and z, okay. And you need to find distance between OP, okay. So how we are going to find? So we are using same formula here. For 2 dimension, we have used x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So here we can use x minus 0 whole square, then y minus 0 whole square, and z minus 0 whole square. And if there is a distance between O and P is d, so d is x minus 0 whole square, y minus 0 whole square and z minus 0 whole square. Then distance is given by x square plus y square plus z square, okay. So this gives the distance from the origin to the point xyz, okay. So this is distance from the origin to the point xyz, okay. So this is our first formula to find the distance from origin to given point whose coordinates are x, y and z, okay. Let's see one example here. Example 1. Here it is mentioned, find the distance from the origin. Let's write down here, find the distance from origin. Origin means 0, x0, y0 and z0. From origin to the point, to the points. Points are given here 4, minus 7 and minus 1, okay. So this is our x point, this is our y point and this is our z point, and you need to find distance from the origin to the point. So if we draw it, which you no need to do, I'm just explaining you for your better understanding. O is 0, 0, 0 and there is a point P here whose coordinates are 4, minus 7 and minus 1, and you need to find OP distance here, O to P. O to P will be given by same thing, 4 minus 0 whole square minus 7 minus 0 whole square and minus 1 minus 0 whole square, okay. So 4 square will be 16, minus 7 square will be 49 and minus 1 square will be 1. So if you add it, 16 plus 49 plus 1, it will give you root 66, okay. So distance of point P from origin is root 66 units. So finally, if points are not at origin, and if they are here x1, y1 and z1 and x2, y2 and z2, so the distance between the point x1, y1, z1, so this is not origin. Suppose this is a is given x1, y1 and z1, and here is a point b, it is given x2, y2 and z2, and the distance between these 2 points is AB. Okay, so AB can be given by, AB is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay, but if you want, you can write down this as well, x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square and z1 minus z2 whole square. Just follow only one. Okay, so based on the formula above which I have explained, here is the question. Find the distance between the points A is 1, 3 and 4 and B is 8, 6 and 5. So A will be your x1, y1 and z1, and B will be x2, y2 and z2, and you need to find the distance between AB. So AB will be, either you can use x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1. So I'm using x1 minus x2. So 1 minus 8 whole square plus 3 minus 6 whole square and plus minus 5 minus 4 whole square. Okay, so 1 minus 8 whole square, 3 minus 6 whole square, and we can write down 4. Let's write down a 4. Minus minus becomes plus, so it should be 4 plus 5 whole square. Okay, so this is 4 plus 5. So x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, and z2 minus z1 whole square. You can use either way. Okay, so 1 minus 8 is minus 7, and minus 7 square is 49. 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Minus 3 square is 9. And 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 square is 81. If we add it, 49 plus 9 plus 81, we get root 139. And root 139, if you put in a calculator, it will be 11.81 dp. Okay, so this is the distance between the point A and point B. So here in this question, coordinates of points A in 3D is given x1, y1 and z1. So it is x1, y1 and z1, which is 5, 0 and 3. And coordinate of point B is x2, y2 and z2. They are 4, 2 and k, and distance is given 3 units, and you need to find the value of k. So here distance is already given. So if we need to find distance AB formula x1 minus x2 whole square. So I'm using 5 minus 4 whole square plus 0 minus 2 whole square plus 3 minus k whole square. Okay, and this distance is already given 3. So if you do squaring both sides, so it should be 5 minus 4, it should be 1. 1 square will be 1. 0 minus 2, that is minus 2. Minus 2 square will be 4. And plus 3 minus k whole square, and that is equal to 3. And we need to do squaring both sides. So 1 plus 4 becomes 5 plus 3 minus k whole square, that is equal to 9. Okay, now so if we expand it, so it should be 3 minus k whole square minus 5 both sides, so it should be 4. And once we simplify it, so 3 square will be 9. I'm expanding this, 3 minus k times 3 minus k, it should be k square, and should be minus 6k equal to 4. So 9 plus k square minus 6k equal to 4. It means we can write down this k square minus 6k plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, So if we factorize it, its factor will be k minus 5 and k minus 1 equal to 0. It means we got k equal to 5 and k equal to 1. Okay, nice and easy. So on the basis of this knowledge, you can go on page number 338 of Edexcel book year 13, that is book 2, and you can do exercise 12a right from question number 1 to question number 5. I don't think you'll face any difficulty. So this is the work you need to try. Pause the video and try exercise 12a from question number 1 to 5.